deportation case against the Trump administration can move forward even after the man at the centre of it was brought back to the US. Judge Paula Zinnis ruled that Kilmar Abrego Garcia's case still raises serious questions, including whether the government followed court orders when returning him from El Salvador and whether his immigration rights have been fully restored. Abrego, a Salvadoran national, was deported in March despite a 2019 court order that blocked his removal. He had been living in Maryland with his American wife and son and claimed he'd faced gang violence back home. After public outcry and legal pressure, the Trump administration brought Abrego Garcia back in June, but now plans to detain him again and start a new deportation case. He's also facing separate criminal charges in Tennessee, accused of transporting undocumented migrants. He pleads not guilty. Judge Zinnis has ordered federal officials to appear in court and explain what will happen next if Abrego is released from criminal custody. She also criticised the administration's handling of the case, calling it confusing and uncertain. The attorney for Abrego Garcia, Simon Sandoval Moschenberg, has commented on the judge's ruling. Let's have a listen.
Judge, if the government does not have a plan to provide Mr. Abrego Garcia with due process, then Judge Zinnis is going to have to order that he be given that due process. So all of that is in service of making sure that they don't do the same thing twice, which is to say put him on a plane without any notice of where that plane is going.
Daniel, thank you for staying with us. The ruling that we've had there, of course, that this case can move forward. Is this further pushing against Trump's immigration stance, or do you think that this will be brushed aside going through the courts?
I mean, you're living in the world where you might see a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B in a weird way. So in one sense, like, I think he was wrongfully deported, so he has a very good case, which is why he was brought back. On the other hand, the Trump administration is claiming that, listen, he is an illegal migrant. He is here illegally, so they're going to want a win on this. And it kind of looks like the Trump administration is pretty dead set on the path of being very, very hard on illegal immigration. So they're going to try and continue to find ways to deport this guy. You could see, a string of deportations and undoings of the deportations leading all the way to the end of the 2028 in Trump's term. That would not shock me. But again, this is kind of what Trump was elected on in the US, so it doesn't really change much. I mean, this is something that, a lot of people say this is what I voted for. And then the other half of the country will say, well, this is exactly what I voted against and was afraid of. And you have the Trump administration, which wants to be incredibly tough on illegal migration to deter it, which, I mean, to their credit, you might not like the methodology of the Trump administration, but the effectiveness, at least on this single issue of reducing illegal crossings at the U.S. border, Trump's rather effective at deterring illegal migration by sending a message, and it's pretty clear this is what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to send a message that if you come to the country illegally, the Trump administration will fight you every step of the way, make your life miserable, and actively try and deport you. This looks like an issue that they're not going to back down on whatsoever. And then on the other side, you're going to see a rather, I think, coordinated defense from Trump's adversaries to try and slow down the deportations, and specifically this one, which has gained so much national and international attention. So it's pretty hard to determine how these things go. And again, I'm not an expert on U.S. immigration and illegal immigration law, so I'm not willing to hazard a guess on the inner workings of the court proceedings. But from a bird's eye view, it looks like the Trump administration is going to try and max out the deportations. And it looks like there's going to be certain sectors of the court that are going to try and fight him every step of the way with every weapon they have. So buckle up. This is going to pretty much be the entire Trump term. There's going to be some story like this coming up every couple of months.
Yes, stay with us, Daniel. We're staying in the United